Yo, this your man K.N.A.L.E.D.G.E, man, your man Knowledge here, man. I'm in my home studio, Blood Ball Production, in the home of Blood Ball Radio. And this is my pound talent testimony. When I was on the streets thugging, mean mugging and cold loving, was told on numerous occasions that I was bugging. Started young, stealing paper out my mom's pocketbook. Got away, easy lick. Since then, yo, I was hooked. The birth of a crook. Living for the nickel and dime, a crippled mind. Yo, don't let the nine tickle your spine. Went from crumb snatcher, light swiping change for my peeps to lay it down. Give me that to feel the flame for my heat. Gave the impression of a humble cat who liked to rap, not knowing if you slip, I was in your girl's lap. Even though I had a girl of my own, I played the role of a Snoop saying we don't love him. My heart was cold. Many times I saw your tears. My apologies, boo. But this was the life I had gotten used to. So I guess you wasn't no exception. I kept you near because my mouth was a deadly weapon. The gift of game, the only love I had was for my music. And getting paper lyrically, how I was going to use it. But the only way to make paper is to get paper. And the only way to get paper to me was pull a robbery. They said the love of money, the root of all evil. When it is, I will rob you while you're with your wiz and all of your kids. Run it. Most of my time spent blunted, lots of cats out talking about what they gonna do when I done it, and they envy, but really didn't want it with the kid. They ain't really had a heart to do the stuff that I did. They couldn't handle it to get knocked off the dual bed. Coward hearts when it was time to mask up, they ran in hid. Turned my girl into a fiend for weed, corrupt the mind frame from a proper girl to a woman of greed, the female version of me. We think, act, and talk alike. Was my ghetto heart you disrespect, you see a metal spark. Me and my man, we gotta get this paper right. Should've waited for a later flight, but I gotta get this dough. My girl tried to tell me no, but I told her let's go. Wasn't hearing what she telling me. Check accounts was surveilling me. Pushed down the interstate, headed for the next lick. Grabbed my man, case the spot. Didn't know the place was hot. Something ain't right. Seeing way too many flashing lights. Time to dash, lead his cast. This is heat we gotta stash. Yo, I guess today ain't our day. 25 cop cars around the whip, and they all down for gunplay. Y'all know what time it is. Keep the info on the low. Never mind what they say. They ask you this. You don't know they ask you this. You don't know that either. The only thing that's hurting us, we didn't stash the heater, and we didn't get a chance to try to cast it neither. We was so hot that the red stuff went past the meter. We had to leave her on the floor, under the seat. The pressure getting hot. Any sign of buck action, they were the latest on the spot. And what's bad is that my girl had something boiling in the pot. Another reason for me to try to avoid getting shot. Semi cooperating, trying to make it easy. Only thing about my wife, yo, and my unborn seed's life and checking. Ain't no need for trying to get hectic. We in a land where they will beat you and leave someone dead naked. Ain't trying to hit that, so snap on the steel. Me and my man's in the backseat trying to figure out which cat to squeal. Is it my blood or my distance? Fingers started pointing in the instant. Getting tape recorded in the back of the cop car. No more smiling. Got my shorty in another car. Man, she wildin'. Just got patted down, now she crying. I can see my entire future dying. Looking horrible. Interrogation, I'm denying. Like I said, these cops' faces are starting to turn from white to beet red. Do I know so-and-so? Slow up. That's my man's in them. Somebody popping off. Here come the drama. They said it was my future baby mama. Yeah, girl, they said it was you. A blow from out of the blue. It was my code D too. But I ain't trying to see my fam go down. I take the rap. Let this man go down. Faking jacks like I'm ignorant to the fact that I'm about to do some time, and a lot of it. Facing 4 life sentences on top of that. 150 years is piled up on my back. A heavy load, my head should be spinning now. Something keeping me calm. My man tried to commit suicide. I kept him from harm. We moved from minimum to maximum security bound. They don't trust a kid. With these charges, he might clown. Oh, here we go. One of these dudes up in here, eyeing me hard, approaching me now. So you know I gotta stay on guard and keep my back against the wall, cause ain't no telling. He might be an habitual ex-felon, but mind-blowing. One out of left field. Asked me if I knew the Lord, but watch the step still to keep the conversation short. I said, yeah, I know God. He started popping out, responding by giving a few nods, experimenting with the word a few chapters a day. Started coming to Bible study every night I would pray. November 3rd was the day that I was struck with a sword. Revelation had me shook, gave myself to the Lord. Since then, my life ain't been the same. Knowing when in need that I can call on his name. Went from 3 counties to 2. The first county dropped 8 charges. The second county I had 6 before it became a mirage. And waiting on the third county, told my wife to step. Spiritually, she was becoming a hazard to my health. Don't get me wrong, that's my boy. I love shorty to death. I didn't want tension and stress to be the reason she left. That's what she wanted anyway. I just released the pressure. A few weeks later, she telling me she wanted to get back together. I'm like, whatever. On the way to the third of my last, shorty said she would ride, but it never came to pass. Didn't stress that though. But she must have forgotten where she lived is where my whole fam rests at though. Headed for the second county for sentencing. Then my stay was blessed with a chick, and I continued ministering. I caught 5, went back to the third. They dropped 1, less than the other. 9 shots with the 3, and every one was a first-degree felony. You're gonna do some time is what everybody telling me, but never that. Was facing life in the pen, but I got off with 10. Only doing 5 out and 5 in, and won't be doing all of that. Claiming in the name of Jesus. I came to the truth, and if the truth is gonna free us, now waiting on the manifestation. A miracle in action. Thoughts of temptation won't get Satan satisfaction. Relaxing. You wanna know what's gonna be next on the menu? This is only part 1. For the rest to be continued. Salute.